The honourable member for Dartmouth North.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Environment. This summer was another summer where Dartmouth's lakes were plagued with toxic algae blooms and clogged with invasive weeds. Investigations by our caucus have uncovered that there is not sufficient monitoring by the Department of Environment in Dartmouth's lakes, and that we desperately need more science and more cooperation at the provincial level on the problems facing urban lakes. Mr. Speaker, can the Minister please explain what progress his department has made in improving the level of monitoring being done in Dartmouth Lakes?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
I thank the member very much for the question. Her and her colleague, I was pleased to have the opportunity to sit down with them a few weeks ago and talk about that topic. I commend them for bringing it forward. The situation certainly with these lakes is one that's complicated when you look at development within an urban rural area like that. We within the Department of Environment take that role very seriously. We would like to work with our partners there and ensure that the many people, either the developers, the municipality, and the stakeholders there are informed, and we'll continue to work with them to bring them up-to-date information on the status of those lakes. Thank you.
The honourable member for Dartmouth North.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, my colleague from Dartmouth South and I did meet with the Minister of the Environment, and we're very pleased that he made the time for us, and I'll ask him more about that in a moment. On August 22nd, though, before that meeting, my colleague and I, the MLA for Dartmouth South, we hosted a meeting about Dartmouth Lakes. About 150 people packed the room to imagine solutions for the urban lakes. We invited local MLAs and councillors, as well as the Ministers of Lands and Forestry, Communities, Culture and Heritage, and the Environment, because we knew we need to work together to tackle this complex problem. After much discussion, the community has crystallized around a defined ask of this government to convene an Urban Lakes Commission. So, Mr. Speaker, at the aforementioned meeting with the Minister, he indicated he was open to this solution. So I'd like to ask, is the Minister still open to convening an Urban Lakes Commission, and what update can he provide on that work?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
And again, Mr. Speaker, I thank the member opposite for the question. Certainly one of the things that we need to understand in her statement and her question is it is a complicated situation in the Dartmouth Lakes. It's a challenging area where we're seeing development. At the same time, we're seeing these lakes being dealt with sometimes situations that don't have to do with development. They have to do with climate change. They have to do with invasive species. And I have committed to continuing the conversation with the members opposite, and look forward to those conversations as we get down the road. Thank you.